Alright guys, welcome to Happy Times with David Saab, and I'm your host by no one's request, David Joy aka Daddy Shark. Now you must be wondering who came up with this ridiculous nickname, and that's no one other than my daughter. And she's super tech savvy nowadays. She's on her iPad all the time, and well, if you won't believe this, this is probably 2 million or 3 million times that I've heard this song, and if I listen to this song one more time, I will lose my mind. Nevertheless, let's talk about Baby Shark, this guy who has become my enemy. Now, if you don't know Baby Shark, I'm here to educate you. Now, Baby Shark is the crew leader or the leader of this underwater gang. He is the leader, and he has an assistant called Daddy Shark and Mommy Shark, and he's got Grandma Shark and Grandpa Shark. I don't know how many times I said shark, but nevertheless, the point is he is an underwater gangster who is behind the fishes, and there's a song based on no idea why I'm doing this. Now if I hear this song one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. I've been trying to move her to listen to some songs that are not Baby Shark related, but she wakes up with Baby Shark and she sleeps with Baby Shark. So now this is not something new. My wife predicted this 6 weeks ago, that I'd start doing some ridiculous things, and what you're seeing right now is basically one of those things. So 6 weeks into isolation. Now I know this has not been fun. But there have been some fun things that are happening, right? There are all these memes coming out, and well, of course, there's also this hate for 2020, and I get it. 2020 hasn't been fun. We lost Kobe. We lost this iconic legend. We had volcanic eruptions happening. We have coronavirus. We have wildfires. We are staying at home. The economy is down. Of course, this is not fun, right? And not something that we look forward to. Hey, but there is a silver lining. There is some good news, right? Now look at all the chefs and cooks we are going to get after this gets over. Now I'm super excited for all the restaurants that are coming up. Just excited to try out all this food that everyone is going to be cooking. And then there's this old age gag about coming on video calls in shorts. Now, if you don't believe me, check out this guy. People still do it, yeah?
Goodbye. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
See you guys.
Tony!
Can you hear us?
Tony!
Oh no! Don't. Jen, call him. Oh my gosh! Hold on, I'm gonna text a couple pictures of that. Oh. Oh. Oh boy.
What's up?
Tony, I can see you.
We can all see you.
Okay, now, but we here at Happy Times at David's Harp take this very professionally. You know, we are always professionally dressed from top to bottom, and we make sure that everyone who is around us is also professionally dressed, lest we come up in shorts and become this online trend, online sensation, right? So talking about online and social media buzz, let's go into this next segment that I call Fun and Ridiculous. Alright. So let's start off with this news that has come out about Pope Francis and the story about him in the National Scot, and him quoting whiskey as this real holy water. Now, of course, this has been turned upside down. This is part of a documentary that was getting shot about some Scottish seminarians in Rome, and there's this part where, you know, they in the documentary where they give a Scottish whiskey. I've heard that if you go to Scotland and say this is bad whiskey, it's gonna be bad for you. But nevertheless, these seminarians actually offer Pope Francis this bottle of whiskey, and he kind of holds it, and as an icebreaker, he kind of says, this is the real holy water. And eventually, this is censored out of the documentary, and because, of course, this can always go out of context, and you know, somebody will misquote the Pope, which is exactly what the National Star did, and eventually, you know, this documentary folks are actually upset about them censoring this out. Ridiculous, right? Of course, that's ridiculous. So let's talk about something fun. So I have this dear family of mine that I know, very good family friends, the Josh family, and they came up with something fun to do as they were stuck at home. They tried to recreate their family pictures from their childhood. Alright, so I'm gonna post this whole video and the link of the video in the bio, and I encourage you to go and check them out. And I would say if you guys are sitting at home, I would say just do the same thing. Just come up with some ridiculous ways to have fun and enjoy. So let's do this one more story from the week, and that has to do with David's Harp. Well, you know it, the podcast by Yours Only. And well, for this episode, that was episode number 6, I had Prodigyl, who is an Indian origin Christian hip hop artist on the podcast, and essentially he has an album coming out on the 25th of April, and we talk about his songwriting process, what motivates him and why he does what he does, and trying to break the stereotype and collaborating with other artists from across the continents, you know. So go check him out. Alright, so this was the first snippet. God, how do I end this? Alright, so thank you so much for being a part of Happy Times with David Harp. This was my time, and I appreciate you checking out this video. And well, this is